What's up, guys? Zenigami here. Let's go through 30 Stamina Ace Chaos Coliseum. This is my reminder once again that the Coliseum stages are stupid hard. I mean, they are really hard. So for this stage, we're gonna use a double Doflamingo team. Int, Mihawk, Momonga, Shanks, and Marco. Now, basically, the requirements here are Marco. Marco is the real requirement here. You can use characters instead of Int, Mihawk, or Shanks, or Momonga. For example, you could do this team with Dorian Brogy and maybe a Dex Mihawk. But for my team, I don't have Dorian Brogy leveled up really well. And I do not have, well, I basically just don't have Dorian Brogy. So we're gonna stall very slowly. We do get to heal from our food, and we're gonna be using our Marco Special. If you have Marco Special leveled up well, you actually can use him twice. Once on Vista and once again on Ace. So we're gonna get locked here for one. I have level 2 anti-lock, so my Mihawk's gonna get locked for one turn. Remember, these Psy guys will attack every turn, even after they lock, so make sure you actually end up killing them. That lets us stall out an extra turn. Every single turn here matters, because we're going to be stalling super hard. I'll kill that, and that. If you want, you can try and take some turns here and take a hit or two. I am mostly certain, based on my last run, that I can just use my Marco even on Vista while we're stalling, because with Vista will attack for 5,000 damage every turn until 50%. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get Vista to right above 50% and stall there as super hard as we can. We're just gonna sit on Vista's face and hope that he doesn't drop below 50%. I should have just saved that food orb. I don't know why I used it. That just locks our Int Mihawk. Not super important. Kill this guy. Oops. Guess we'll take 2,000 damage here. That's fine. You know, 2,000 damage in a grand scheme of 90,000 health. It's not that bad. And then we're gonna stall on the turtle. Normally, for a burst team, you'd want to spend some time here getting some good orbs to use on Vista. But for this team, it really doesn't matter. We're gonna spend a lot of time stalling on Vista, so your orbs don't matter. You just want food. The entire goal is to wait for specials and get food. Once again, you can also, if you get Momonga special leveled up well, Momonga does go down to I want to say a 17 turn? Momonga goes down to a 15 turn special, which means you can use him very easily twice. And if you have Momonga special leveled up, you'll have a very easy time with Ace again. So hello to Vista. Vista has 2.4 million health. He attacks for 5,100 damage, or 5,125 every turn. All we're gonna do is get every single food orb we can, start bringing him close to 50%, and we're gonna stall for the entire 11 turns that he silences our characters. So he silences Dex, Strength, and Quick characters for 11 turns, as you can see there. That's why normally you wouldn't want to bring Doflamingo. However, since we're using the team that just goes way off the wall with super stalling, we're gonna have plenty of time. So you can see how his health is cutting down pretty quick. So I'm going to try to use every 3 turns, by the way. He's going to be 2 turns without a damage reduction and 2 turns with damage reduction on. So that's damage reduction on. He basically limits our damage to 50,000. So you can't really hit for much more than 50,000 every hit. But after 8 turns, we're going to try to burst Vista with once he has this reduction off, and it's gonna be 2 turns on, 2 turns off, 2 turns on, 2 turns off. Switches back and forth like that. And since we have so much health, we actually can wait until we use our Marco on Ace himself. So we can use Marco on Ace, which is quite nice. The 50% health on Vista, by the way, is around the top of his head. Right about... Oh, sit still. Right about here. And with the characters I have and levels I have, I can basically do almost exactly 50% of his health. So I'm gonna just keep still looking for food. Once I get to the edge of his top hat, I'm gonna stop all my DPS. Right there, that's just stop everything. No more damage. Shank special will do almost 100,000, which is great. And I'm gonna have to wait for 4 turns. I'm not gonna attack with my Mihawk anymore, I'm just gonna leave that orb on him. I'll know if I mess up, because once you get Vista below 50%, Vista will start attacking for 10,000 damage every turn. And if you're using a team with damage reduction like Alvida or Perona, Vista will ignore your damage reduction. Go straight through damage reduction. If you have damage negation, however, for example, if you have... if you're using a Mirage Temple Nami does stop Vista's attack. It's just damage reduction will not work. We got a Psy Orb here, so I'm just looking for 1 more Psy Orb, and then we're good to go. I still have to stall for turns, because my Dofis aren't ready yet. There's an orb. So I'm just gonna let it go, because we're gonna just move these 2 orbs and we're good. Wait for the damage reduction to go away. Very important. That also, by the way, is every 4 turns he will remove all buffs from you. So that little explosion of effect, that's him removing all your buffs. Now we use Doflamingo. Now if you have a Doflamingo special that isn't very high, you can actually just use 1 Doflamingo special, like 1 max level Doflamingo with like your friend Doflamingo Max. Use that one, use your long cooldown Doflamingo, and you'll be fine. And then we use Momonga here too. And we use Shanks. I guess I should have done Shanks before Momonga for a tiny bit more damage, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. Now we hit all our perfects. Got him. Okay. So, Ace will attack for 10,000 damage every 2 turns. He also will preemptively reduce your chain coefficient to half, so a Rayleigh team will have a very bad time here. I'm going to go ahead and use my Int Mihawk now. You have 2 choices. You can use your Int Mihawk now, or you can use your Int Mihawk later. But since I did already do a large burst with Momonga and everything, I'm going to go ahead and use it now. And just use my Doflamingos on his second half. Especially since we have a lot of turn to stall. So at this point, we're pretty safe. We know exactly how much damage Ace does. Ace doesn't do anything based on his health value, but he will revive himself. So we're just gonna take some hits and punch Ace, and that's it. This is basically it. My Marco has a 29 turn cooldown. My Mihawk has no level ups. My Shanks has no level ups. My Momonga only has 4. So really, you can do this team. You can do this without any special ups. Just use your friend Doflamingo. I'm attacking in the slightly wrong order. Use your friend Doflamingo earlier on. Use your own Doflamingo later, or use your own. Use your friend Doflamingo first. Use your Doflamingo here, and then you can have your friend Doflamingo ready again by the time you get around. You'll watch my Doflamingo; he'll be ready on the second half of Ace. I can still take another hit. Just gotta be careful. Make sure I use my Marco at the right time. Don't want to get too cocky. And when Ace dies, he will revive up to half health. And he will reduce all damage dealt to him for 5 turns. And he'll boost his attack by 2. So he'll attack for just under 20,000. Alright, once again, just take another hit here. Totes magoats. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. If I accidentally kill him here, that's totally fine too. Nope. If I hit that perfect, I might have killed him. And I might as well let him live and kill him next turn. Alright. Just gives me a one more turn of stalling. I'm gonna use my Marco here, because I'm scared. I don't like being so low on health. And since he's hitting for 20,000, the last 10,000 health bars doesn't really matter. So, push him down. He dies. He will revive to half health, reduce damage taken for 5 turns, and attacks for 20,000 every turn. But since we have Doflamingos and we have so much health, we can just stall that out. So we're just gonna punch him. Once his damage reduction goes away, then we'll use our Doflamingos, and then we will kill him. Ace's health, by the way, Ace has 1.7 million health. Or 1.73 million health, technically. But that's it, guys. That is more or less the entire fight. Like I said, with a double Doflamingo team, good levels. You don't need any specials for this team. You don't need Int Mihawk. You can do it with Dex Mihawk, but if you do, you want to use Dory and Brogy instead of Shanks and Momonga. And that would work. That's probably the easiest team for people to make. Double Doflamingo, Momonga, not Momonga, Dory and Brogy, Coliseum Dory and Brogy, just to clarify. And then Dex Mihawk here. And Dex Mihawk you would use at the beginning of Ace also. So 2 more turns. 1 more turn. Ooh, beautiful orbs too. I don't really need a save. I can just push. And there's no worries about health. You can just keep punching. His health does not matter. I see 1 orb here. Boom! Move this. Move this. Do 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 do. And there you go. I can still stall an Ace for a long time. So guys, that is the Ace difficulty Coliseum. That's the closest to an easy team you're gonna get. Once again, the Coliseum stages are very hard, and the bosses aren't guaranteed drops, so don't go too crazy, guys. I'm Zenigami. Good luck. Oh man, it took a lot of work. Y'all stay beautiful.